What if I told you that the tiniest, most ordinary moments, like handing someone a banana muffin or watching a teenager help an elderly man with a bag of grapes, could actually shift the energy of an entire day? Maybe even change a life? Sounds a bit too good to be true, right? Well, stick around, because what I'm about to share isn't just about kindness. It's about creating ripples that can quietly rewrite the world around us. Welcome to Positivity Perks, your daily dose of good vibes, soul-fueling motivation, and real stories that remind us that kindness isn't just an idea, it's a way of life. Let's take a trip back to a Monday morning that turned out to be quite the epiphany for me. Imagine this. I'm barely awake, clutching a much-needed cold brew, and thinking about little more than the caffeine fix I desperately need. I stand in line, waiting for my turn at the coffee shop, when suddenly, the woman in front of me has her card declined. Not once, but twice. I can see the panic in her eyes. She looks like life has really thrown a latte in her forehead. Without really thinking, I found myself saying, "Add hers to mine." Her eyes widened, and tears welled up as if I had just handed her a winning lottery ticket. It's incredible how a simple act can change someone's day so profoundly. But that's not where the story ends. The barista, touched by the moment, handed me a free banana muffin. In that instant, the banana muffin metaphor was born. Sometimes, small acts of kindness bring unexpected rewards, though it's usually not about the muffin itself. So let's sit with that feeling for a moment. That tiny gesture I made, it felt huge. Not for the actual cost of the muffin, but for the impact it had that morning. It dawned on me, being kind isn't optional, it's essential. Kindness is the assignment we all have, and when you embrace it fully, something magical happens. It multiplies. Now, let's fast forward to that same day, only a few hours later. I found myself in a grocery store, and I took a moment to step back and observe. I noticed a teenager who sprang into action when he saw an elderly man drop his grocery bag, sending oranges rolling across the floor like little projectiles. Can you picture this? The scene turned comical as the fruits rolled away, but this kid didn't just help pick them up. He made sure to stay by the man's side, helping him navigate through his struggle. I was so moved by this display of kindness that I bought the teenager a Slurpee as a little thank you for his good deed. He looked shocked, but the genuine smile on that old man's face, it was priceless. He looked like he'd just experienced a first-class upgrade in life. And just when I thought my day couldn't get any better, in a span of 15 minutes, I witnessed 3 more acts of kindness. It was as if kindness had gone viral all around me, spreading joy and positivity like wildfire. Not the chaotic kind we remember from the pandemic days, but the good kind, a reminder that kindness is indeed contagious. Now you might be wondering, does kindness really require any special skills? Here's the beautiful truth. Kindness doesn't come with a certificate, and you certainly don't need a degree in emotional support to make a difference. All you need is the willingness to notice the world around you. Maybe it's complimenting a stranger's awesome boots, or letting the barista know their latte art is nothing short of Picasso level. Holding the door open for someone, or making eye contact and smiling can be the simplest yet most revolutionary gestures. Picture a man in dinosaur-themed pajamas, one sock askew, as he attempts to use a broomstick to retrieve his keys from under the porch. Instead of his neighbor looking away, they welcomed him over for some hot chocolate and a chat. By the time the locksmith finally showed up, he was handing out homemade brownies as a gesture of goodwill. Isn't that a wonderful scene? The world can often feel chaotic, and kindness can appear messy at times. Picture a parent at a grocery store managing a toddler who's having a meltdown after a sugar high. Instead of judging that poor parent, what if we offered a smile? Or whispered a supportive, "You're doing great." That's not just kindness, it's lifeline energy. And think of the server at your favorite restaurant, running on fumes while juggling 8 tables and a smile that's more strained than genuine. A generous tip coupled with a few kind words might just be the positive interaction they desperately need throughout their day. You never really know what struggles people are facing behind their smiles. So, how about we expand these acts of kindness into practical ideas that we can incorporate into our everyday lives? Here are a few approachable and uplifting suggestions. 1. Compliment uniqueness. Start with something simple. Compliment someone on their outfit, especially when it's a bit quirky. It's like sprinkling fairy dust into the atmosphere. Not only does it create a delightful vibe, but it also gives the person a confidence boost that rivals a double shot of espresso. Think about it. Those unique clothing choices are canvases of creativity. By highlighting them, you're essentially saying, hey, your uniqueness deserves a standing ovation. 2. Voice notes with love. Send a friend a voice note expressing why they matter to you. Just take a moment to shower them with compliments. It can absolutely turn their day around. It's akin to giving their spirit a little pep talk, and honestly, who doesn't love a good shout-out? In a world that often feels like a race against time, this is a perfect way to spread some love and laughter. 3. Grocery helper. Whenever you see someone loading groceries into their trunk, lend a hand. It may seem like a tiny act, but it's truly mighty. Think of it as your superhero moment for the day, ready to save the day with a few bags of spinach and cans of soup. Not only does it create a delightful opportunity to spread a little joy, but it also opens up the chance for you to make a new friend. And who knows, you might even score a tasty snack out of it later. Each small gesture contributes to a world that's a bit more compassionate and fun. So let's channel our inner grocery helper. Now, you might be asking yourself, but what if no one appreciates my kindness? To that, I say, so what? This isn't a points game. It's not a buy 9 kind acts, get 1 free scenario. It's about showing up with good energy, offering kindness even when no one acknowledges it. Because here's the twist. When you extend kindness, mainly for no reason at all, you cultivate a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Sometimes kindness might seem to go unnoticed, but it's important to remember that your good energy can change the atmosphere. It creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to pay it forward, sparking positivity in places that desperately need it. Even if it feels like no one claps for your kindness, just know it's still making a difference in the world. Let's take a moment to reflect on what kindness looks like in our lives. What are some of the small gestures you've seen or experienced that brought a smile to your face? Perhaps it was a friend reaching out to share a funny memory or a stranger holding a door open for you. Never underestimate the power of these seemingly small actions. They can illuminate someone's day in ways we might not even realize. We often hear about how the world can be a tough place, and it's true. There are challenges out there that are tough to face. But I believe that if we deliberately choose to infuse our days with acts of kindness, we can transform the mundane into something magical. We can create a domino effect of positivity, enriching not just our personal lives, but the lives of everyone we come into contact with. So, as we wrap this up, here's my challenge to you. Let's embark on a kindness journey together. Challenge yourself to perform one small act of kindness every single day this week. Whether it's giving a compliment, lending a listening ear, or simply holding the door for someone, these little things can make the world a little brighter. Capture your moments of kindness or even the kindness you witness around you. Share these stories. Whether it's on your social media, in a blog post, or simply in conversation with friends, let's inspire others to join in. As each story unfolds, we can create a ripple effect that encourages even more kindness. After all, wouldn't it be amazing if we could all contribute to a world that feels a little warmer, a little more connected? In conclusion, let's spread those good vibes, one banana muffin at a time. Every small act counts, and together we can build a community rooted in kindness and positivity. So, let's get out there and keep those kindness ripples flowing. Thank you for joining me today on this journey through kindness. Remember, you have the power to make a difference every single day. Let's go and keep the kindness rolling. And if you need a sign to start today, this is it. Stay positive, stay kind, and remember, you're the ripple. Thanks for being here with Positivity Perks. If this story sparked something, please hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to share it with someone who needs a little light today. And hey, drop a comment telling us the last kind thing someone did for you, or what isn't for someone else. Let's spread those good vibes like it's our job. Until next time, keep those ripples